Still we irie. Come in no love likes. In a dancehall style. And everybody a go like. Still we irie. Come in a love likes. No, so every time I vice, we do it for the love and I do it for the likes. Do it for the love and I do it for the likes. Do it for the love and I do it for the likes. Do it for the love and I do it for the likes. Make them know success don't come overnight. Don't make them know a substance over hype. Do it for the love and I do it for the likes. Enough of them love likes, that's alright. See them in a post and a tweet all night. See them on social media type. While like say them they a studio a vice. But me never put them up on no flight. And me never see them a live no tour life.
Pull up the chronics, pull up the chronics, pull up the chronics. What up? What up, my viewers and my subscribers? What's going on? Ah, fresh from the Penn Relays 2024 in Philadelphia. Big up to all of the people I'm running to in Philly yesterday. All of the Maria St. Thomas OGs, especially the one and the only Miss Licia Dennis Jackson, track and field head coach of Licensed Primary, my beloved Licensed Primary. 2 days well spent, whole heap of track and field talk, whole heap of excitement, whole heap of enjoyment. Shout out to Dr. Brian James of Carpe Diem Nation, a man who worked tirelessly, make whole heap of personal sacrifice for Morant Bay High School and the entire Carpe Diem Nation. And everybody else I run into. Big up Ronald Lee, big up Stephanie, my Portmont and my Dalville Link them. My old co-workers from Isaac Brand Health Center back in the days. You know, me love no like food. Yeah, but been going to Penn Relays forever and ever, forever and ever, forever and ever. 3 decades plus. It was always a thing, we show up in our Jamaican colors, support the Jamaican high schools, because, say, us Jamaicans make the Penn Relays what it is today. There's no denying that. You can't question that. If you've never been to the Penn Relays and if it's something where you can't attend, you should actually try it one of these days, you know what I mean? But over the years, going to Penn Relays, there's always been a fantasy, Would I like to see a school from St. Thomas, you know, participating or even winning a couple of races, Tired to get beaten by my friend and we go at some other schools, some so-called big name school, the KCs, the JCs, the Camper Downs. I have some brethren from Jago and they kids them a beat me. Yo, I'm to your school. I always I tell them, say, the room was a building a day, well, we get there one day. But I'm a little annoyed by something. I really am. I've been annoyed by it for a very long time. With the past year, after seeing what's going on with licensed primary, my primary school, doing so good at track and field, and the high schools in the parish. Well, we have 6 high schools in the parish. 6? Yeah. Let's start from the west. Yalas Comprehensive. We have Paul Bogle Junior High School in Morant Bay. That wasn't even around when I lived in Jamaica, but we have Seafoot High School. We have St. Thomas Technical High School. We have the Purple Pride of the East, Robert Lightburn High School. Shouts to Mr. Morgan. Licensed people around the world, sidebar. And my alma mater, the Morant Bay High School. Let me get rid of this robe because, I don't want nobody to think I'm mad, I'm marvelous actually. To paraphrase Jada Kiss, I feel marvelous. That's for those of y'all who listen to rap music. Let me get rid of that robe here. It's no coincidence that I'm wearing this shirt right here. Like Mr. Big up to the Carpe Diem Nation worldwide. Yeah, so with their pen relays, and not one school from St. Thomas. See, all I hear about some school, I hear of some school I've never heard of before. You know, I'm like, oh, a Jamaica them come from? Never heard about that high school there before, but hey, we still celebrate them and cheer them on. And so, begs the question, like I said, not one high school from St. Thomas. And it's not like it's no high school from St. Thomas ever been to the Penn before. I know for a fact at least twice Morant Bay High School has been there. Um, Two of them, I was literally there when the bus left off Ivory Hill to take the guys to the airport to go to the Penn That 4x4 team was Anthony Christie, Eric Sertrell, Rowan White, rest in peace, Whitehead, and Mr. Rupert Edwards, who is now, and has been for a very long time, president of the Toronto Morant Bay High School alumni chapter. Port, big up yourself. Still serving Morant Bay High School for decades. And I want to say 2015 or 2016, somewhere about, there was another team from Morant Bay High School led by Karen Seeley, the coach. They came to Penn's. I think they made it to the second round. They never made the final. You know, we rally around them, support them, show them some love. Um, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, there was a team that came under the leadership of Mr. Ron Bryan in the past during Hansel Parchment them era, that time frame there. I'm almost sure. So it's probably three times Morant Bay High School has been to the Penn Relays. So like I said, you know, not one school from St. Thomas for so long, you know. But what was there in great numbers were children from St. Thomas representing various high schools. Hydel, St. Jago, St. Elizabeth Technical. No, actually, Veer Technical, JC. Um, did I say St. Jago? You know, a lot of the high schools in the Kingston corporate area, um, and all over Jamaica had talented children representing those schools and representing well. Some of them you will see on this platform, you know, because we still celebrate them. I still St. Thomas people picking them. So, what is the cause of this talent drain? I want to call it this constant talent drain of St. Thomas athletic talents. What's the real cause for this? It, um, it pains me, you know, and I don't want to rush because there's certain points I really want to get out because you know I've been talking to a whole lot of people from the parish of St. Thomas, couple people from Carpe Diem Nation, and just general track and field enthusiast. A long time ago on this track and field thing, you know, when I was in high school, no Eastern champs no miss me, no Gibson really no miss me. I think I must say one boys champs miss me. You understand? And the track and field thing was it's just part of what we did. Shout out to Mr. Errol Williamson, my classmate and friend to this day. Yakis, big up yourself. That was my partner in track and field, where we sit down and talk statistics and talk records and talk farm and talk school and competition. I remember the first Morant Bay relays. By the way, whatever happened to the Morant Bay relays? Uh, I don't know how many times I'm gonna have Mr. Howard Jackson turning I'm grave today, but sorry, Jacko. But anyway, I remember the first Howard Jackson relays. I want to say this was 86, probably. We were so in awe to see the same athletes that we used to see in the champs program, and we used to go a stadium, go watch run, and we used to see them on TV and then come in a Gleaner. They were all on the campus of Morant Bay High School. This was the era of Lindale Patterson from St. George's and this guy named Forbes. I can't remember his first name. He used to do the hurdles and he was also the Manning Cup goalkeeper. He was incredible. And all the big superstars, and we just sat there and watched them. And we were in awe. It's the big Kingston stars, them up at Morant Bay High School. Little sidebar. A long time they were on track and field. They were on this for a very, very long time. You know what I'm saying? But I'm annoyed and I'm bothered by this, you know, this talent drain. So what's the cause of it? What's the cause of it? I want people to join me in the comment section and give me some of your thoughts. And if me I chat foolishness, tell me. If me I chat foolishness, tell me. Foolishness. Don't confuse foolishness with foolishness. Are two different things. Two very different things. Me I chat foolishness. Tell me. Why is it that parents constantly send their kids to these schools in Kingston and to these far parishes when I am sure, I'm positive about this, those parents would like their children to stay in the parish? You know how I know that? Because me is a true country boy. St. Thomas, me born and grow. Yes, the country people. We not necessarily like town. We not necessarily like town. We go to town, do what we have to do. Me go exit for a year. And we never like night catch way at town. But we know it's a different era, and there were always people who attended, schools in Kingston and other places. Especially people them who living at the Yallas End, Grand Spain area, and people from anywhere in the parish always go town school. But I want to speak specifically to why the parents of the talented St. Thomas athletes gravitate to this idea of sending them kids go to town school. And we know that's not what they would, them ideal situation that them would rather them stay in the parish, right? But, a year ago I met the coaches of License Primary. If y'all been living under a rock, License Primary School in St. Thomas, Jamaica has been a force to be reckoned with in track and field the past couple of years. The past several years. But just that they've been winning the past couple of years. Shout out to Miss Lisa Dennis Jackson again, and Mr. Warrell and Principal Beach and the whole License Primary staff. As we call them, the big bad License Primary. She did a 2-part interview with me. It's right here on this platform. And she said she think it's because the schools don't have much. The schools in the rural areas, and I'm talking about St. Thomas. So the schools in St. Thomas don't have a lot to offer to these athletes. And I guess the other schools they do. So And I know the phenomenon exists where the schools will have the big budgets and them have legacy and them have budgets, big budgets over we. Them have that over we, right? So parents are willing to take that chance to send them kids into Kingston for fear of their children's talent not getting nurtured and developed and missing good opportunities to make something of themselves. You understand what I say? And may I say, yeah, the school probably can't compete with certain schools when it comes to finance, but it's not like we've never had track and field success in St. Thomas. You know, Anthony Christie never went to another school but Morant Bay High School. Set Walipa records at boys champs, Eastern champs, represent Jamaica on the character level, Commonwealth Games. I don't think Juliet Cuthbert ever went to another high school. Win medals at the Olympics more than once. So, not because we can't compete with big budgets and big names and their legacy, that doesn't mean we can't do a little bit better in the parish. You understand what I'm saying? That doesn't mean we can't do a little bit better. I mean, all it required is just a decent athletic program, decent coaching, a decent nutrition program. You know what I'm saying? Proper management. All the kids them need, All the kids them need is a safe haven for their talents to be developed and nurtured. Me not think it necessarily require a big budget. And maybe, you know, maybe there are some school administrators who not necessarily care too much about the spending on sports. And, I guess that exists because, children's primary purpose of going to school is to learn, is to get an education. But I'm going to say this. If you are an educator and you don't know how important it is to strike a balance between academics and extracurricular activity or extracurricular activities in general, you're in the wrong line of work. You probably should find another profession because it is very necessary. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody knows this. Pete Weber last week know this. Of course, may I exaggerate, but age old saying, all work and no play do what? So it's necessary for that balance better for the picnic them. If you have everybody who are just a bunch of academic scholars, you're going to have a world full of geeky, nerdy weirdos. And that's just my take on it. Yeah, so we want to dig more into like this talent drain from the parish of St. Thomas, my parish I love so dearly. And the idea of to talk about this on this platform was sparked by the past Penn Relays this past weekend in Philadelphia. But before a school can make it all the way to the United States to Penn Relays, one would think they would have to make it to champs first, right? I don't know if that's a rule, but I'm quite sure it would only make sense. You'd have to do something half decent at champs, and then we could jump on a jet and come to the United States to the Penn Relays and compete and entertain. Because trust me, Penn Relays is entertainment for Jamaicans. We go crazy. We just like to see the schools come and shine. And the recent ISSA boys and girls track and field championship only Robert Lightburn scored any points. Robert Lightburn, the Purple Pride of the East, only Robert Lightburn scored any points. I don't even remember how many points they scored. It's a few points. Big up to Kevin Ariad from Robert Lightburn for letting the world know that St. Thomas is still here somewhat. Um, I don't know what Yalis did. If they did anything major, we would have heard. I don't think anybody from C4 made any file and made any finals at St. Thomas Technica. I don't think anybody made any finals. I don't know if Paul Bogle was even there. Um, I don't think none of those schools made any finals, so therefore they couldn't score no points. So um, that begs another question. What happened to Morant Bay High School champs 2024? Um, the reason why I'm going to put emphasis on Morant Bay High School, number one, it is my high school. Number two, Morant Bay High School was the first high school in the parish. Morant Bay High School is the only traditional high school in the parish, still to this day. Um, Morant Bay High School had no participation at Champs 2024 because we heard they missed the registration deadline. I'll say that one more time. In this day and age, in this digital age, in this era, technology being what it is, my alma mater, Morant Bay High School, missed the registration deadline for ISSA Boys and Girls Track and Field Championships. Mr. Howard Jackson and Mr. Lenford Levy just turned in their grave. And let me just make this clear, because I'm going to be fair, but not because I'm being fair, I'm fearless. This cannot, should not happen at the Morant Bay High School. In the words of the late great Barbara Gluten, she was speaking at a celebration at the Pegasus Hotel in 2011. I was there. A whole bunch of us flew down to Jamaica to celebrate Morant Bay High School 50th anniversary. And media personality extraordinaire Barbara Gluten was the guest speaker. And she said something that's still in my mind. It's engraved in my brain to this day. She was speaking on another issue. She was speaking of the whole issue with the Paul Bogle statue. She thought, God rest her soul, I think she's gone now. She thought the school, the Morant Bay High School, had a role to play in the statue getting refurbished, re-erected, whatever you want to call it. And she said, the reason why the school has a role to play, and I quote, Morant Bay High School is the premier educational institution of the parish. And I'm saying Morant Bay High School has to set the tone and the standard for the rest of the parish. If Morant Bay High School a missed registration deadline, I will expect even Paul Bogle Junior High School to do. Paul Bogle Junior High School wasn't even there when I lived in Jamaica. Whoever is responsible Doesn't the school have a whole PE department? I wonder how uh, uh, Nikki Holness, Miss Menzie, Mr. Ritchie, Mr. Raymond, Mr. Stevens, Livy Beckford. I wonder how those people from my era who ran the PE department, I wonder how they felt when they heard that Morant Bay High School missed the registration deadline in this day and age, when they're from an era where maybe Mr. Owa Jackson would have got drive and carry the paperwork out town in a little white cartina, or one of the teachers would have to take minibus and go get that done. Because many of the teachers didn't even have cars back then. I think Mr. Stevens there one Hillman Hunter. So Howard Jackson did have a cartina. Stanley Parkins did have one little cartina. Most of the teachers didn't even drive back then. They took public transportation. And they still got stuff done. I don't get it. I, this is this hurts me to the core. And it's not just me. But I have this little platform. And I figure if I'm going to speak truth to power and speak with veracity, me can't exclude or act like this type of negligence and damn near malpractice is not happening. If St. Thomas wants to develop, we have to learn to keep with talents in the parish. I believe, and I have no scientific study to prove this, but there might be, but I believe there's a correlation between success and schools doing good. Think about this. If you take a talented athlete from the kid, a girl or boy at age 12 or 13, and them start go one different school, so all them formative years, they've been out of the parish. They might not have the same amount of emotional attachment and allegiance to the parish, So if they make it and they make it big, or even if they don't make it big, when they become what they become in life, there's no guarantee they're going to invest or do anything in the parish because they've been gone from the parish so long. Can we just offer something to these talented kids? Because when you're talented, ain't no guarantee you're going to succeed. But if you're talented and you don't take care of the talent if it's not developed and nurtured, and it's not going to take you anywhere. So the parents, them not take no chance with them little talent. It might be them only way out of certain conditions and situations, and we know this. You understand what I'm saying? So all the schools in the parish, primarily my high school, Morant Bay High School, and the rest of the high schools, them, what would it take? I am sure there are sponsors out there, who would willing to help, Cause when time people are doing good, everybody come on board. But when people are not doing good and they see people are not trying, nobody is gonna want to jump on board and help. Nobody. Especially with this level of irresponsibility and negligence and whatever word we can come up with. It's crazy to me. It's really crazy. And if you're listening to this and you're not listening with objectivity and you're going to internalize and personalize, you need to bring your narcissistic levels a couple notches down. Because the schools, the parish, the country is bigger than all of us. And when we're gone, it will still be here for kids to reap the benefits. You understand what I'm saying? I was once told the greatest human act is to inspire. Give these kids them some inspiration in a St. Thomas, no? Why don't have to run go to town school all the time? I mean, no, the people don't want to send them penny go to town school, you know. Can you imagine some of the talents we come from St. Thomas that we've been seeing the last several years in all these different high schools? Can you imagine if some of those children decided to stay in St. Thomas? Would have probably never heard of them. Would have probably never see them at Champs. Would have probably never see them at Penn Relays. Can you imagine? Come on, St. Thomas. Give the pitney them a fighting chance. Please, St. Thomas. Give the pitney them a fighting chance. And let me tell you something. For those who are going to question, who am I to speak on this issue? I'm going to tell you who I am. I am a past student of Morant Bay High School. Just that. That's all I need. Me I'm not one of them students that when my parents would pay money for me to go to Morant Bay High School. If that were the case, would I never go because we never have nothing. Me I'm not one of them students that will attend Morant Bay High School because of sports where them buy me. Me one of them students that was sitting in one classroom out of license primary and take me common entrance in January. And early that same summer, I see my name under Morant Bay High School. Okay? Me one of them students that were climb Ivory Hill for years with pride. It's like a green and white patch there where the boys and the girls, I know I see the girls are wearing it too on them left side, left chest area there. It started in my era. I think I was in second form or third form at the time. You know why? I think it was Howard Jackson and administration. We need to identify Morant Bay High School students when they are in Morant Bay because everybody just wear khaki. And we didn't want to be blamed for anything we did not do. And if we did anything terrible, we will have to pay for it. So we grew up with a heap of pride, a heap of school pride. I want to know how I feel about the parish at large. So if you have a question, who am I? And let me tell you something. I'm not just a past student. I'm a past student who still support the school to this day. I'm closely connected to the New York chapter of the Alumni Association, closely connected to the Toronto chapter. I used to drive to Toronto every summer. Yeah, Caribana weekend, I would go to Toronto go party with my friend them. Shout out to Mr. Kevin Ricketts, Mr. Lloyd Phillips, my G's. But also that same weekend, Morant Bay High School would have a boat cruise, and I would go because I want to go interact with my old classmates and my Carpe Diem Nation. I'm telling about far back before cell phones, before GPS. When you have to write the directions down. And I would write direction downs and drive to Canada. And to this day, I still support Morant Bay High School. Whether I'm supporting the New York chapter or the Toronto chapter. So I think I've earned the right to speak on this. And let me tell you something. If we don't step up our game in the parish of St. Thomas, by any means necessary, this talent drain is never going to stop. You know why? The big schools, them have the big budgets. And people use what them have to get what they want. It's just the way life is. You understand? I wonder where I'll answer Parchment think about this. I wonder what do you think about Morant Bay High School not being at Champs and no school from St. Thomas really did anything major at Penn Relays or Champs. So if we not get it together, man, if we not get it together, given with the new infrastructure and i.e. the new roads. You see the picking them with talent? As you blink them gone. And on that note, I gone to St. Thomas. Step up with game. Because right now, when it comes to athletics, track and field and football, we look lame. And if we not step up with game in the parish, see, like how we have the athletic talent drain, the academic talent drain, not the far neither. Please believe me.